Hello, I'm Davia Chambers and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Today we're touring Villa Whim and Fancy, a quaint getaway located at Spring Garden Trace. Come along as we explore the home design, garden, infinity pool and the panoramic view. But first, this week's top stories. The Tobago House of Assembly considers its options for funding new projects. Adelphi Estate residents received leases to their land, and for the second year in a row, Tobago wins Nurse of the Year.
The Tobago House of Assembly has a plan, the Comprehensive Economic Development Plan, CEDP, and it is for all of us. Are you ready to benefit from higher levels of development in Tobago and a higher standard of living?
We ready!
The priority areas are branding Tobago, clean, green, safe and serene, business development and entrepreneurship.
Are you ready?
Human capital development.
I'm ready.
Social development and resilience.
I'm ready.
Improved infrastructure and utilities. Enhanced safety and security.
I'm ready.
Environmental sustainability. Tourism.
Are you ready?
Marine resources and forestry.
Are you ready?
Good governance and institutional reform.
The CEDP is ready. Join us and get on board.
Let's travel the island, straight back to my land, even to Thailand. Anyway, you
Hello, we're off the beaten track today at Villa Whim and Fancy. This charming house is surrounded by a garden full of tropical flowers and local fruit, which makes for great enjoyment. Now, assistance to small tourism properties is one of many THA projects, and the Tobago House of Assembly has two options for funding these projects in the new fiscal year: the proposed budget or a loan from a financial institution. But both options need approval from the central government. Kisam Brathwaite has this report.
Projects such as an additional factory building at Cove Eco-Industrial Business Park, a new health center in Moriah, and assistance to small tourism properties on the island are just a few of the projects THA needs that will take Tobago forward in the new fiscal year with over $5.7 billion requested. Although that allocation has not been approved as yet, the THA is mindful of the fact that there may be underfunding once more. But a lot of the projects that the Assembly needs to undertake can be completed without difficulty if the THA can borrow on its own. This is why the Chief Secretary Orville London says the restrictions being placed on the ability to borrow continue to pose a great challenge.
Financial institutions are willing to provide us with the necessary financing based on our own creditworthiness. And we have the very frustrating situation where we need the financing. The financial institutions are willing to give us, and we're not getting the relevant approval from the Minister of Finance.
Therefore, Mr. London says Tobagonians must understand the realities of why some development projects are usually underfunded.
And therefore, we will find ourselves in the very, very challenging position where when we finally get our allocation, and everybody around the table will know how traumatic that process is, where we have to go through the budget, recognize that we have 50 projects, and we only have funding to complete 5, and we have to debunk 45. That is the reality under which we operate.
The THA is committing to the people of Tobago that the resources available will be managed so that Tobagonians can benefit. I'm Kisam Brathwaite for Let's Talk Tobago.
This cozy 5-bedroom home is designed with soothing colors and relaxing art pieces which set the tone for your Caribbean escape. Hard work paid off for students who sat the secondary entrance assessment examination. Omadara Mills has highlights, including one surprised and happy girl who is Tobago's top SES student.
While we were doing this story, she did not know it as yet,
But 11-year-old Deborah Amata of the Signal Hill Government Primary School is the top C student in Tobago for 2015. Deborah is elated that she is going to her first choice, Bishop's High School. Besides the support of teachers, Deborah also credits her success to her diligent nature.
Every time Miss gave us a topic, if I didn't really understand it very well, I'd go on to the internet and I'd research it.
And Deborah's accomplishment makes her teachers and parents proud.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm happy. And this is the culmination of her hard work and dedication. She's an obedient, hardworking girl. And I'm happy this has happened.
Shane Telesford of the St. Nicholas Private Primary School came second. Third place went to Jada Nicome of the Scarborough RC School. But that was not all for this school. 4 more pupils were in the top 10, filling the positions of 6th, 7th, 8th and 10th. And while most of them are off to Bishop's High School, one sought to challenge himself to make it into Queen's Royal College, Trinidad.
I feel very happy because my mommy was pushing me really hard so that I could be there. And other people were telling me that I'd be in the top 20 and I wanted to prove them wrong so I could be in the top 10.
Hope Anglican, Patience Hill Anglican and Belgarden Anglican are the other schools in the top 10. Overall, the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport is proud of the success of the C students this year.
We saw improvement in the 30%, less person compared to last year got under 30% of the mark. And certainly the kind of strategies that we have put in place is reaping benefit to the students.
The division will continue to provide teachers and students with the necessary tools and programs that will ensure they succeed at their academic pursuits. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Here's a fascinating tidbit about this villa. Each bedroom is named after one of the world's significant rivers. This one is the Ganges, after the Ganges River in India, which is a sacred river to Hindus. Now, on to some exciting news. The Trinidad and Tobago Nurses Association celebrates outstanding contributions to the nursing profession. This year, a head nurse at Scarborough General Hospital won the Nurse of the Year award. It's the second consecutive year a Tobago nurse received this top honor.
She's the head nurse of the dialysis unit at the Scarborough Health Centre. This unit, under her leadership, received 3 awards during the Tobago Regional Health Authority's Quality Awards 2014. Who is she? Nurse Denise Lashley Agard, winner of the TTRNA's Nurse of the Year Award. For the Tobago Regional Health Authority, this win speaks to their dedication and efforts to advance healthcare services on the island. But what does this award mean to her?
That I have given my best to nursing. It means that I have achieved a milestone in nursing, receiving the Nurse of the Year award. It means that my services have been recognized by nursing.
It's the second consecutive win for Tobago, and Nurse Agard believes it will impact positively on the nursing fraternity in Tobago.
I try to be an exemplar to other nurses, the nurses that I manage, and other nurses in the nursing fraternity in the TRHA in Tobago. And I think that it will just motivate them. I think that it will just motivate them to try to be the best that they are. To see that a nurse from Tobago can actually be nominated and win the Nurse of the Year.
Being the role model that she is, Nurse Agard had some advice for her colleagues.
Be committed. Be dedicated. Try to treat all patients as you would like to be treated yourself, right? Be committed to duty, be dedicated, know that this is your calling, this is what you are here for, to do the duty of nursing, and just do your best.
And that's the attitude that Tobago wishes for health professionals to emulate as they seek to better healthcare services on the island and hopefully cup another Nurse of the Year title. I'm Kissam Brathwaite for Let's Talk Tobago.
You're more at ease when your space is legally yours. We'll tell you about some happy landowners when we return from the break.
Welcome to the Scarborough Library facility. Here we utilize the latest technology to bring you library and information services. Once inside, the staff at the information desk will direct you to the relevant department. And now, our CSR Darian will help you through the registration process.
Hi, good day. Ready to register?
Hi, good afternoon, yes.
I see your documents. One completed form, photo identification, and utility bill.
Yes.
Thanks much. This is your library card. It displays your user ID as well as your barcode. This information is also reflected on the reverse side. If you'd like, you can tear along the perforated line to detach the two pieces. This can be kept in your keychain, the other can be kept in your wallet or your purse.
But the Scarborough Library facility is so much more than just physical books. Once registered, you can log on to our website at library.diaz.tha.gov.tt. Scroll down to select the NALIS link. Once you are connected to the NALIS website, you can then download the Overdrive app to your Apple or Android devices. Using your personal account, you can borrow ebooks and access online databases. Renewal of physical books can also be done online. The new Scarborough Library facility will revolutionize your library experience, where information inspires innovation.
Thanks for staying with us. Now here's another fun fact for you. The president and his family stayed in this villa. Could you imagine the president cooking a meal with his family in this very kitchen? Well, comfort comes in many forms. For some, comfort is about rightfully owning your land. Here's Omodara Mills to tell you about the next group of people from the Adelphi estate who are proud to finally call themselves landowners.
This is the home of Angela Pear, now 60 years old. Miss Pear says she lived on the Adelphi estate in Mason Hall with her mother since she was a baby. Now with children of her own, she's pleased to have finally received legal documents to her property from the Tobago House of Assembly.
The talking was they was going to sell the property, the whole property. So everybody, I was thinking where we will go after, they sell the property and how much they'll be selling it for, all these things until the House of Assembly land settlement would step in, and it was a different turnaround in our lives that everybody proud about. I'm proud about it. Can't go nowhere else.
Another lease recipient in this batch is architectural technologist Nigel Allen. He lived at Adelphi Estate with his parents when he was a child. In collecting the lease on his family's behalf, he says that he understands the importance of land ownership in Tobago.
They will be happy because it's something that, to at least own a piece of property, it's a dream, because buying a property on your own now is really a big challenge. And this whole venture, is something that we really appreciate. And it's long in coming, and we're grateful for it.
Over the years, the THA has taken up the task of regularizing persons who squat or rent on several parcels of state-owned lands with 99-year leases, legal documents which have benefits.
Previously, I may not have been able to go to the bank to get a mortgage, but with this lease you can. You can actually go, you can get a mortgage, you can use it as collateral. You can even sell a lease, but as they say, we will not advise you to do that.
This lease distribution ceremony was the first for the year. To date, over 120 people have received their leases. The Land Management Department continues to work on getting the remaining families their leases for property some have lived on for over 50 years. I'm Omodara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
This is an ideal spot for leisure time. You can cook up a mean barbecue, birdwatch, or even see the inter-island ferry dock at the Scarborough ports. We turn now to healthy eating. A balanced diet is vital for development, and the Tobago's School Nutrition Unit has started a new initiative. Do you know your nutrition? These primary school students in our next story, they do. Here's Kisam Brathwaite with details.
Students of Patience Hill Government Primary School surely know about good nutrition. Their knowledge on the topic was tested in the first annual I Know My Nutrition quiz hosted by the School Nutrition Unit of the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, and they emerged victorious.
We are ecstatic about that, Patience Hill, we got the package, and right away we knew which students we wanted to target. The Standard 5 students were off on the break, so we decided that we're going to have them practice for this quiz, and we're really happy with the results.
For the students, it was an experience to think on their feet, gain confidence, and increase their knowledge on nutrition. The students of Patience Hill Government Primary who participated in the competition say they're glad that their hard work paid off.
I revised a lot, and I learned a few things from revising a lot. My sister helped me pick up. And did the competition, I was feeling excited and nervous at the same time.
The main goal of the competition is for students to recognize the value of healthy eating habits, and these students surely did.
I thought that the program was a really good one because I learned that water is the most essential nutrient, because I never used to drink a lot of water, so now I started to drink a lot of water.
I remember that peanut butter is a complete protein meal, and that you have to wash your hand up to elbow length at least 20 seconds, and proper knife, good manners and bad manners.
I learned that you must not put your elbow on the table when you're eating, you must not talk while eating, you mustn't drink and eat at the same time.
The grand final was held on June 17th. 31 schools participated in the competition. I'm Kisam Brathwaite for Let's Talk Tobago.
Scenery, sun, and a saltwater infinity pool. Nothing could be more spectacular. Well, except the ocean itself, of course. Dragon boat racing is a fixture on the Tobago calendar for the past 5 years. This year had a bumper crowd with hundreds of people converging on the island for the event. Here are highlights from the Pigeon Point Heritage Park.
That's just a bit of the action that took place over 2 days at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park for the 5th annual Dragon Boat competition. The races had over 25 teams from both Tobago and Trinidad competing for prizes in classes such as Junior Female, Senior Open and Senior Mixed. In the end, Aquaholics stood out, winning both the Senior Open A Division and the Senior Mixed A Division. In the finals of the Tobago-only race, OCS Blue Dragons placed 3rd, Oceanus came 2nd, and Aquaforce took 1st place.
We believe that Tobago is uniquely positioned in the entire world to offer a special breed of dragon boat competition. And we know that so far they have been very receptive to what we have to offer. I'm sure that we can work with them to really, Tobago is already on the map, as Shoma said, as the capital of paradise. Touristic-wise, we also want to put Tobago as the center of the dragon boat world.
But it was not all about spectators enjoying the excitement in the water. There was entertainment on the beach as well. And here's one reason for the dragon's popularity in Chinese culture.
We Chinese people believe that dragon will bring us strength, bring us power, bring us solidarity, bring us unity. That's why the ancient Chinese people created such kind of race to celebrate each year.
The event is sponsored by the Division of Tourism and Transportation, since the dragon boat competitions are avenues to boost the sport tourism thrust on the island, And based on the success of the event over the years, there are plans to give next year's competition a more international reach. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The sport of swimming. Tobago dives in. See you right after the break. We'll be right back. What's your whim and fancy? A soothing cup of coffee in the morning, wine in the afternoon with friends, or a good page-turning novel? Why pick? You can do it all right here. So top athletes don't come by whim and fancy. That's why the primary and secondary schools swim meet is grooming young swimmers for national, regional, and international competition. Here's a look at how the sport is developing on the island.
That's the start of just one of over 100 races that took place during the 4th annual primary and secondary schools swim meet. The two-day event had over 70 children competing in categories such as the backstroke, butterfly, and breaststroke to gain points for their schools. In the end, the overall winners for the primary school category were Scarborough RC 3rd, Campbell's Prep School 2nd, and Lambo Anglican 1st. In the secondary schools category, Mason Hall School came 3rd, Bishop's High 2nd, and Scarborough Secondary placed 1st. But the swim meet was more than just a competition for some.
It's part of my training for the Goodwill Trials in 2 weeks, and also we get to meet up with friends and get to socialize with others.
The meet also encourages unattached youths to test their skills.
I'm taking part in all of the events today. Well, I feel natural, normal, because higher than this whole swim, so I'll be good.
The event is a collaborative one between the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport and the management team at the YMCA. And it's just a small part of a larger plan for the development of the sport on the island.
Swimming is becoming a vast and growing sport. We have developed a swim club within the Tobago YMCA, and the club is growing as well. From January to now, we've entered a number of national meets.
The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport understands the importance that sports such as swimming can have in the lives of young people. As such, the division pledges to continue supporting ventures like this competition. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The villa is a short distance from Tobago's capital, but check out the view before you actually venture out. The beautiful Rockley Bay can be seen by day and the sparkling lights of Scarborough by night. Our next story comes out of Roxborough. Now, the Roxborough Police Youth Club is targeting high schoolers in its anti-drug campaign. It reaffirms its message on marijuana use with the second installation of the Youths Against Marijuana project.
The risks of using marijuana are great. Short-term effects include loss of coordination, relaxed muscles, increased appetite. School performance is reduced through impaired memory and lessened ability to solve problems. While long-term use can cause psychotic symptoms and damage the lungs and heart. So the Roxborough Police Youth Club, in partnership with various organizations, including the Division of Health and Social Services, are on the second installation of their campaign to make high schoolers aware of the dangers of marijuana use. They're doing this through the Youth Against Marijuana Club.
From a research conducted at the Roxborough Police Youth Club, approximately 53% of the youths between the ages of 13 to 29 years have tried marijuana at least once. And as a result of this high and alarming number, the Roxborough Police Youth Club felt that this program, we need to do something in order to address this menace within society.
The youths who are part of the club will also stage activities to get the message out to the public that marijuana use is dangerous.
This initiative is one that will train you to understand that there are viable options against the use and even the production and sale of marijuana-based products.
The Alcohol and Drug Abuse Prevention Program of the Tobago House of Assembly will also lead sessions with the young people to create advocates against the drug.
We have to start with children at this age. These children are our future. And in order to protect our future, we need to protect them, and we need to ensure that they are protected. And we know that even within our small island, we have a serious problem when it comes to marijuana use, to the point where children, students don't see marijuana as a drug.
The first Youth Against Marijuana Club was established at Speyside High School last year. I'm Kissan Brathwaite for Let's Talk Tobago.
And it's time to have your say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, our viewers. Now, Tobagonians have struggled with issues of land ownership for many, many years. In our earlier story, we reported that the THA had distributed leases in its ongoing effort to restore proper ownership to land dwellers. Our question is this: what do you think about the THA helping Tobagonians own land? Here's what you said.
It is the right thing to do to give the squatters the lands that they need, but not outsiders, the Tobagonians. Tobagonians that they have the right to own Tobago.
I think that it is a great initiative for the Tobago population so that they can, easily be able to get their land.
From my point of view, I think it's a good idea of the government because now the people, they can do whatever they want with their land. That is good, it is good.
We have foreigners who can't afford the land, and then you have residents here who are trying their very best to own land for themselves, and THA giving a helping hand is really a great idea.
To be quite honest, there are other persons who would have worked hard and acquired their lands the way that they should. Of course, it's not a perfect world, so persons are not always able to meet these financial needs. So I think that the THA should put some support systems in place, but we also should not encourage squatting.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. Remember, you can send us your comments or queries on anything you've seen in this program to information@tha.gov.tt, or even visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Davia Chambers, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, have a safe and enjoyable week. As we go, we want to leave you with images from this year's Tobago Dragon Boat Festival.
Yeah!